Hi, welcome to Centerville Reports Today. I'm Maureen Russell-Hodson. Everybody's doing it, taking pictures that is, but do you know how to get the very best out of your camera to get that perfect shot? Here to tell us more about two upcoming workshops and the digital photography contest, we have Kristen Gottman, who is the assistant to the city manager at the city of Centerville, and Sue Shea with the Washington Centerville Public Library. And thank you, ladies, for being here.
Thank you. Sure.
So this has been an ongoing project. It's several years, this photography contest, but it just keeps growing and growing, doesn't it?
It's fun. It's a neat way for people to get involved in a high-tech way in something arty, pretty, fun, and for kids and adults, or teens and adults. So it's a fun thing to do. And
there are really two separate programs that we're going to talk about, because you don't have to take part in these workshops in order to submit for the digital photography contest.
Correct.
So let's tackle the photography classes first, or the workshop. So that's coming up this Saturday.
This Saturday, we have two workshops.
Yeah.
We basically think beginner and a little more advanced. In the morning, 10 o'clock until noon, we have the workshop. Both of these are at Centerville Library on Spring Valley Road. We have the workshop, the beginner one. It's called The Basics of Point and Shoot, where people come, they learn from an expert photographer some of the critical things that any good photograph should have. Where you place the subject, what's behind, how do you do black and white, or do you do this? How do you hold it steady so that it's not a shaky picture? Tips on, let's say, if you want to do a baby. Do you take the baby from up, or do you get down to where the baby is? Different tips like that. That's the morning. The afternoon gets into the trickier stuff that I still listen to it and I take notes. It's how to use the settings on your camera in order to improve what it is that you're producing. So you begin, and one of the things it's the same teacher as last year. Yeah. One of the things that's pretty neat is you take a beginning picture, and then you figure out how to take it using the new tips from the morning, and then you take it for the afternoon and you figure out how to fine-tune based on the tools they learn in the afternoon, so you can see the progression on an okay picture to a great picture all in one day.
And you can still register for these, right?
Yep, we have openings. The contest and the workshops are all geared towards teens and adults. So 13 and older.
Okay.
There is registration that's available on our library website. And I think the city has a link to it also.
Yeah,
so you just click for the photo contest. It'll take you straight to where the workshops are. You can register. And it's free, which is wonderful, and there's time in the middle, but for people to take a lunch break.
Because you could do both, right? If you feel like you can get a little
many people do
experience
both.
And then go on to the second part.
And I spoke to a woman this morning. She was very certain she wanted to come to the beginning workshop, the morning one, and she said, I don't think I'm qualified for the afternoon. And I said, listen, our registrations are fine for this. If you take the morning, decide you'd like to stay for the afternoon, that's absolutely fine. We've got space.
And I think with so many people taking photos now with their phones and keeping them on their phones too, probably, but just really getting that perfect shot is probably just a simple matter of taking a little bit of time and learning from these steps that you'll learn on Saturday. So again, it's point and shoot. It's the workshops. You can stop by the library for more information, or the websites to register.
Website. They don't need to stop by the library. They can do it straight from home.
Okay.
And we have a responsive website there, and our webmaster is in the middle of fixing all of the Beyond Point and Shoot whole web page to have it work, whether you're on a tablet or a smartphone or a laptop, to see what's going on, to pick and choose, learn about the contest, which we'll talk about, see which programs for the workshops, register, all of that from home.
Okay, and again, it's this Saturday, and you can visit either the library website, which is on the screen, or the city's website to register. First one's more for beginners, second one a little bit more advanced, but you're definitely going to get a lot of tips and good information from both of those. Okay, now let's say you're already a pretty decent photographer. You like to go around snapping pictures. This photography contest is really very popular.
It's very popular.
And this also runs through the month of August. Starts August 3rd. You can submit your photos on the library's website. As you see, there's 5 categories. Local landmark, people, place or travel, nature, black and white. And we also have 2 age groups. We have a youth category and we have an adult category.
Okay.
The youth is 13 to 17-year-olds, and then the adult will be 18 and under.
Older.
18 and older. And you can go to the library's website. If you happen to take the photo workshops on Saturday and you want to submit something shortly thereafter, you can do so.
And so the photos have to fit into one of those categories. Can you submit a photo in more than one category?
You can submit, each individual can submit up to 5 pictures.
Okay.
1 per category only.
Okay, good.
You cannot have a favorite picture and submit it to 3 and hope you win one.
Okay.
So each category, 1 submission per person.
So make sure that if you are submitting that you're reviewing those rules and regulations. And but it's really broad categories so that you can probably find a photo to fit in something.
And for the local landmark, that is for photos taken within Centerville and Washington Township. So we did get some last year, I think, that were at Riverscape or Dayton, and we had to contact them and let them know that they did not qualify. So make sure you go to the library's website and read the rules to make sure before you submit that photo.
Not only that, but also the residency, right? Because this has grown in so much popularity that people from all over the place want to submit.
Well,
you have to be within a certain...
One year we had a winner from Pennsylvania or something like that, and we were like, wow, let's keep it more local like that. And they won, and they didn't come to the award ceremony. So our preference is within the 5 main counties around us, so Montgomery, Warren, Greene, Preble, Miami.
And Dark.
Great. So those are the counties. That's all. Those are listed on their website. So when somebody signs up, where they live needs to be in one of those counties, and then it's just a wide open contest.
Okay, and again, we're going to encourage you to make sure that you read all the rules and regulations. But once all the photos are in, and again, they must be digital, it must be submitted online, then you have a panel of judges who will be taking a look through. How many submissions? Do you even recall how many you had last year?
Hundreds. What, 500,
Hundreds.
400,
We've had
200.
On the low about 275, and the high was in the
5s or 6s.
5s or 6s.
Wow.
And it's a tribute to the guys that do the judging. They're wonderful, and they work with us. Mostly Kristen. She mostly is the one that coordinates and works with the judges. But it takes time on their part. They're usually working from home late at night, going picture after picture after picture. And when the judges look at it, they don't know the name of the picture. They don't know the name of the photographer. They know nothing.
Everything is blind.
They're just evaluating the quality of the photograph they're looking at, and they grade. I think we have 4 or 5 different grading categories. They grade each one on those, and then they move on to the next, and to the next, and to the next. And when you have that many photographs, it's interesting. It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's a great service from these guys. And when they're done, they don't even know who ended up being the winner.
They just turn their scores in, and
they
have to
turn
tabulate
it, and
them all.
then Kristen and I evaluate which ones bubble and rise to the top with the highest scores. Occasionally, we've had a tie. Not very often, but we do have ties.
And we've been showing some of these some of these winners. Some of these are from last year, 2014, and there might be a couple from 2013. But really phenomenal photos. I mean, when you look at this kind of stuff, it's
a lot of inventiveness
incredible.
And ingenuity and some skill. We have a lot of skill in the residents that do this. So
once the judging is completed and you've all gone through the scores.
Wait, one more thing. While the judges are judging,
yes,
we give the public a chance to judge.
Which is the best part, right?
Which is
people's choice.
We load all of the pictures up, and they're on our website.
Every single submission is
Every
eligible.
submission. Well, we make sure that they're all eligible to participate.
Okay.
If we see a local that's taken, I don't know, at Caroline Park, that's out of the boundaries of Centerville and Washington Township, it's disqualified. If we see a photo that has the name of the studio superimposed on the outside of the picture, it's disqualified. So we evaluate for disqualifications first. And then they all get posted on the website. So the judges are working at home, judging based on their professional, and the public gets to vote.
And the public always does a really great job.
They do a nice
It's funny
job.
because a couple times we've had the People's Choice has also won in another category that the
Okay.
judges have chosen. So,
Yeah, which is really neat.
This will all be done in September. So
Okay.
the online voting for People's Choice will begin September 16th through the 22nd. And at the same time, our 3 judges, I want to go ahead and mention them
Yeah,
as
please
well.
do.
Jerry Huffman with Photography World, Gary Kunze with Creation Source Images, and then Ed Panequia with Photography by Ed Panequia. He's also our presenter for our workshop. So
does the
those are our 3
workshop.
judges.
So these fellows are very well qualified and professionals in the field. Yeah.
So they'll be judging at the same time that the public is judging, and then we can talk about what happens after that.
Well, let's talk about that. So after the judging is completed, and we don't know who the People's Choice Award winner is yet, but then once you start announcing that, then there's an even topping on that cake because they get to be in an exhibit, right?
Right. At the Centerville Art Gallery, which is located in the lobby of the police department, the Arts Commission schedules artists each month. And for our November 2015 display, it will be all of the winners. What we do is the first place in each category will have a spot framed on the wall of the gallery.
And that's part of that's their prize,
That's their
right?
prize.
Yeah,
They
that's
get to
very
keep
nice.
their photo, their
Yeah.
winning photo framed. And then the runners-up of each category will be matted. We have a display case there, and so those will be on display for the month of November. We're having an awards ceremony where they'll be unveiled for the first time on Sunday, November 1st from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m., and we'll be announcing the winners at 3 o'clock.
Okay, so that's really exciting. That's open to the public if you wanted to
Yes.
come. And when we talk about that art gallery at the police department, Kristen, you have exhibits going on all the time.
Right, the Arts Commission is scheduling. We do it on a monthly basis, so we are already booked for 2015. If anybody is interested in displaying for 2016, you can contact the city at 433-7151, and the Arts Commission will review your work.
But what's great about that is you can stop by 24/7 anytime if you're out and about and want to look at some great art. After you've been to the library, you can zip on over and get a whole bunch of culture. Okay, so again, we want to remind folks that the digital contest starts August 3rd.
8 in the morning, August 3rd. All the way through 24 hours a day, 8 in the morning, August 31st. So they've got, at their convenience, they can, and what is nice, I think it's on our online forum, if somebody has a question and they're running into, there's an email ask for help thing, and I get emails once in a while, somebody asking, I got stuck on this, or I thought I did that, but I wasn't sure, can you make sure I did it right, type stuff, and we can more than happy help them.
So if you have any questions, you can definitely call the library, send an email, talk to Kristen, but we're looking at lots and lots of submissions coming in. So do people start right away on August 3rd? You'll start seeing
They start right away August 3rd.
They're waiting.
And then some of them always try after we've closed.
Oh, that's a no can do, right?
It's a public contest. And I want the city and the library to both be able to hold our heads up that we tried to do this the right way.
Yeah.
So if it's closed, it's closed. If they contacted, and please don't let me have one of these incidences when they struggled the night before and they ran into a problem.
Submit early, right?
Submit early, submit often.
Only 3 though, right?
5.
Oh, up to 5. Okay, 5 and 3.
Yeah,
up to 5 in any category.
Right.
Okay.
5 different photos.
Okay.
5
in
total.
5 categories.
Okay, so real quickly again, Sue, give us the website for the library.
It's wclibrary.info.
Okay.
And on our homepage, we have a link take you right to the photo contest, so they don't have to hunt and try and find it anywhere. It's just right there on the homepage.
Well, we look forward to some great artwork because we've shown you some throughout this program. You'll see additional during the exhibit, which happens for the month of November. But try it. I mean, we all like to take photos. Sometimes you have that one terrific photo. But for more information, you can visit the City of Centerville's website, which is centervilleohio.gov, or you can also call us at 433-7151 for more information. And we just real quickly want to give you a date of Cultural Day, which is
September 12th, Saturday.
at the Centerville Library. And that's going to be a really cool program, so we hope to see you there as well. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank
We'll see you
you.
next time.